Welcome to Star Trek Online Academy from Oldbob 10025. What I'm going to do in these series of videos, maybe about 20 to 40 of them, is I'm going to teach you everything that I know from my knowledge of 3 years of playing, and things that a lot of people ask me or go and ask different people about the game itself, how-tos. Some of these videos will only be about 2 to 5 minutes long, some will be 20 to 30 minutes depending on what the subject is. Most of them are actually going to be just simple things that you might not know, and basically it'll be really easy to go ahead and find out what these are. So I'm not going to go through the species about what you got to do and how to character generation about that. What I am going to do is go ahead and teach you about the careers and generalization about them. So when you pick a career, you can know exactly what to do with these guys. Now, for the engineer, they're like, in the fantasy world, they're like tanks, and basically they can actually take oodles amounts of damage and basically go ahead and they have a lot of defenses. What they also can do is create little robots, like turrets. They could create like little drones that go ahead and attack people. They have a lot of different like little toys to go ahead and use in the game itself, which is pretty cool. You could go ahead and develop a whole mess of different laser turrets or medical turrets to go and heal people with. But in general, though, they are like tanks. They could soak up a lot of damage because they have a lot of defenses to go soak it up with. Science is more of a healer class based on, say, World of Warcraft or other different type of games like that. Science officers are generally like buffers or debuffers. They can debuff things. They could go ahead and strip away their defenses on an enemy, and then also they could go ahead and buff your characters that you have itself. And generally they could heal. And one of the greatest things about science officers are really hard to play if you don't know what you're doing, because it does require you to actually min-max everything to go ahead and figure out what you're doing, and you have to really pay attention to science officers about what they are. This is probably the hardest class to go learn. Engineering's pretty easy as far as I build stuff and attacks things, or I build defenses. Tactical officer is more of the offensive fighter class, based off of World of Warcraft or any other type of fantasy games. They have squad tactics, combat damage. They can do stealth. They generally can either decrease a person's defenses or increase your damage output or the group's damage output towards another type of character. So the tactical officers generally only use escort ships. Science officers obviously use science ships, and engineering, they generally use cruisers or battle cruisers, depending if you're playing Klingon or Romulan. Now you're not limited. Just let everyone know you're not limited to the type of ship you can play. I have a science officer that uses an escort class, so you're not limited on the different types of ships you can use in the game itself, so you don't have to worry about that. When you do build your character, though, and you have everything nice and pretty and everything, or you just can't get it, don't worry. Later on in the game itself, you're able to go ahead and change completely how you look, hairstyle, colors of your eyebrows, and all that kind of stuff. You don't have to worry about that. But just to give you a general synopsis, is the engineering, science, and tactical: engineering tank, science healer, tactical fighter. So now, I do recommend you do play Starfleet first to kind of get used to the game, because it is, as with the series of videos I will be developing over the course of 4 or 5 months, is that these videos will teach you all the different little things that a lot of people don't know, and it will help you out in the game itself. Now, Starfleet is the easiest one to go and use. Romulan is kind of harder. They're more of a tactical. It's better if you do tactical, because later on in the game they get critical chances, a higher crit chance to do more damage. And then Klingons are just fun to play because they're Klingons. I mean, come on, kapla. But in general, the Klingons are a harder class to play for simple reasons. A lot of people don't use them because they always play the Fed guys first. But Klingons have a really cool storyline. That's one thing I like about them. So, in general, though, you're engineering, science, and tactical. You don't have to. You're not limited to the types of ships you're able to go and use. Science is obviously going to be the harder one to go ahead and play with, but it's the most rewarding as far as being difficulty-wise. The tactical, obviously the fighter, and then engineering, obviously the tank. So, thank you for watching. Wow, I don't know what that happened there. Thank you for watching, and I will actually be doing a whole series of different videos, so check them out. This is just the first of many to go and teach you different aspects of Starfleet Online Academy from Oldbob 10025. And remember, you are what makes this game great.